And we're live. Good evening, good morning, good lunchtime. Hello.
G'day.
Let's turn the autofocus off on my camera. Oh, yep, that's not working. There we go. That should work.
G'day.
G'day. How are you, Mr. Tazzman?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. There we go. Oof, that worked.
G'day to Brett Builds in the chat. G'day, Brett. How are you, buddy?
Sorry, everyone. I'm just fixing something with my camera. That's interesting.
While GJ's fixing his camera, for those watching this afterwards, I know we've got Brett live watching us at the moment, but don't forget to go check out Doc Sampson's review of the 72-hour live stream. All of us that were on the 72-hour, or well, really the 82-hour stream, all of our channels or shows, segments, whatever you want to call them, have been reviewed by Doc. So including GJ as well, as myself, Brett, who's in the chat, and everybody else. So thanks for Doc for taking time to do all that. There would have been a lot of editing and a lot of setup involved with all that. So good on you, Doc. Thanks, mate. Ooh. It's like flexing, GJ.
I was gonna build my rebuild my lighthouse. Those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, I had a slight accident with my lighthouse the other day, and well, it's probably easier to just show you. Oh no, I can't find it. It's all over there. It's in pieces. Hit the deck pretty hard. Covered a large area of my Lego room, part of the kids' playroom. It was thorough.
So did you do what I did when I dropped mine and gave the old profanities dictionary a good workout?
No, I laughed and got my camera out and decided to make light of it.
Sorry, because it's a lighthouse. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good point.
Rest in peace, lighthouse. Your light will shine on forever in our hearts.
No, is that my brick? I spoke to the guy I bought my Bricklink order from that's gone missing, and so yeah, I did a Bricklink order, and the guy I bought it from is actually in the same city as me, and somehow it's gone from our city, which is where I live and where he lives, to another city halfway up the coast. So I'm not sure how that's happened. So I messaged him, and his response says, "I'll keep you posted." Boom.
Yeah. For fun, there was. I'm trying to think of this YouTube channel. There's this guy that put, those Apple tracker things that you can like the.
Yeah.
So he sent one of them to somewhere. Like it went to another country and like just watched it bounce all around and all the tracking and stuff. It was pretty cool. Oh, g'day, Andrew. How you going, buddy? Andrew in the chat.
My God, my huge dog has gone and curled up in a ball under my desk.
And you'll be
got no leg space now.
And we'll wait for crop dusting to happen.
That's what everyone comes here for. Maybe I should just call it the crop dusting stream.
R.I.P. the Lighthouse. But it was a little
Drew, I laughed as well. I'm just sad that I wasn't chatting to Brett at the time when it fell off. Oh, Kaz is here. Hang on, let me add her in. Kaz!
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just about to type in the private chat, waiting.
Hi, I'm here. Sorry, my computer didn't make a sound.
Bing bong. Avon calling.
I'm well, Andrew. How are you, sir? I'm doing okay, mate. Thanks for...
I'm just looking at Kaz's Lego sign behind her. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is very cool.
Where did you get that from?
My other half made it for me for Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
He'd be a clever dude, you see.
That's jolly nice of it.
Yes. Mind you, I didn't get it till June because I didn't see him till June.
Yeah.
Wait. Although we did do a Zoom
I
call.
got
Anyway.
I downloaded the instructions off Rebrickable today to build the sign, so I will do that at some point.
Which sign's that?
A brick built Lego sign.
Oh, I did not know there was a brick built Lego sign.
Yeah, I think it's the same one that Mr. Bookieboo's got on his wall.
Oh yes, I know.
Unless he copied Mr. Bookieboo, who knows? Or Mr. Bookieboo used that design. I never asked him, but yeah. Anyway, spotted it today because I wanted to build something like that.
Cool.
Then realised I don't have the parts. Legomania, good morning.
Oh, good day.
Tazzman is reaching a monumental point where he's finally almost finished his firehouse that he's been working on for the last.
We want to say.
I'm going to say 2 years.
It feels like that, but no, it's been this part's only been this particular take on it's been only a few months. So just on and off when I've had the time. Yeah, so it's getting there, but it's very close. Just a few little minor things to finish on it now, and it'll be called done for now until I get and can afford a bricklink order to get some more dark red profile bricks and a few other bits and pieces that I do want to replace on it. Just obviously parts I don't have at the moment, but I didn't want to let that stop me from not, calling in a way, because it's easy enough for me to do. There's no craggle, so I can always go back and change parts out as I need to and when I can afford to. So I still wanted to finish it with what I have on hand. So I didn't want to go, I don't have parts, so I can't finish it. Well, I do have parts, I just don't have the exact parts or enough quantity of the exact parts that I wanted to use, but it still hasn't stopped me from basically finishing it. So I'm only just a few more little things to do and she'll be done. So very excited for that.
Nice.
Then you can move on to the next thing that'll take ages.
Yes, it will, because I'm doing a whole
in my lighthouse tonight, but I decided not to.
And in the spirit of Greg, I'm also looking at starting a cave. I'm going to put a cave area under my lighthouse, but to do that, I need to raise everything up. So, regrettably, I will be having to put an order in for some, just at the moment for sheer cost, alternative brand, but I'll only be using the bricks for structural integrity, which the camera will never see. So,
what about Duplo? What about Duplo?
I have got Duplo, but I haven't got enough to do because my whole layout is the size of like a ping pong table. So
even the Duplo is expensive.
Duplo is expensive. That's why I've looked at the pricing. I sent Greg a bit of the price list today and said, well, this is what I'm looking at. As much as, it pains me to do it, even when I priced up getting some Duplo, I've already used the Duplo that I've got. That's the thing. It's already got its place happily sitting, hashtag clown bricks up in behind all the structure that I've done at the moment. So it's already been accounted for. But
I confess, I've occasionally built my Acropolis blocks on sort of Kobe plates for 16 by 16. I got a large bulk lot from eBay probably a couple of years ago now, and most of it was Lego, but the occasional bits and pieces, particularly the big plates, were not Lego.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, I could spite myself and not use it just because it says a different thing on the thing. Or I could go, well, I'm covering every single stud up anyway with my Acropolis. Nobody's going to know. And therefore, it's fine. It works. But the only thing then was, I remember just before I was taking my stuff to Billund to go to the Lego house that one of the things that they wanted was actually sitting on a Kobe base plate. I'm like, better change that quick.
So, can I just say, I just opening up my my Sesame Street set here, and bag 6 has got all the accessories in. I hope you can see this. Why is there a needle?
Yeah.
Is this like they've got some behind the scenes thing of
No,
Sesame Street? The truth comes out.
It's used cleverly for the feet of something, I believe. I haven't built the set myself, but I do remember seeing it's like the feet of a post box or something, maybe. NPU, as they say.
It is a very cool sticker sheet you get with it, though. I've got to say, I do like that.
I'm just doing some stalking because
I haven't got my kids into Sesame Street yet.
I grew up on that street. The street's awesome.
They're like Blippi, bloody useless YouTube thing. Like, I'm no offense to the guy; he's worked hard and done it, but I don't find what he does very educational.
who's that?
It's this thing called Blippi. It's a guy who does supposedly educational stuff for the kids, but I question the educational factor half the time, because half the time he's like driving big vehicles and things and saying, here's where you put petrol in, this is how you drive a go-kart. So that's not really teaching my kids anything, is it?
I used to actually like watching Mr. Maker with the kids when it would come on TV.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Maker's awesome.
Mr. Maker is cool. He's even been to Australia.
Yeah, I swear he looked different though when he was here.
Yeah.
What, upside down?
Yeah.
I wasn't ducking out of the conversation just then, honest, but I've got a load of stuff to put away, and my latest stuff needs putting in the bottom drawer, so it's me disappearing frequently.
Okay, I was taking a sip of an adult beverage.
It's a beer. This is a... You're allowed to say you're drinking beer.
I have a beer, but I'll be imbibing later, I think. Oh, why won't this damn drawer shut?
Well, we got too much Lego cash. You need to get rid of some of it.
Yeah, I think that is the issue. There's too much Lego in it. I mean, we all know that's an oxymoron, don't we? But, you know.
Yeah. I have actually been sorting through my Lego. I've made quite good progress this last week.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm sorting through a few bits. I've had a massive sort and deconstruct session over the past few weeks because I need some more space, and my man's coming soon, so he'll help me put some things in the loft. Currently there's nothing in the loft, but there will be a few bits of dismantled and bagged up Lego in the loft soon, amongst other things. Also, there was quite a lot of non-Lego stuff right under the back of the table over my shoulder there. So I spent the other day grovelling around getting everything out from under the table, making an awful lot more mess, and then tidying it up again.
Was that so you could put more Lego in there?
Yes. So some of the stuff that isn't Lego is going to go in the loft as well, because I don't use that and don't need to access it regularly. Well, some of the Lego will go back under your table, but no, I ended up with a box of really useful boxes as well, because they're really useful, but I don't always need them. Quite often I'll leave them empty when they're not having anything in them being taken to a show, and then you think to yourself, well, where the hell is this massive empty box going to go that's full of air and nothing else? But on the other hand, you don't want to fill it full of stuff so that you have to empty it before you go to a show.
Yeah.
So this is why I like the really useful boxes that will stack when they're empty, because at least they don't take up as much room as the ones that don't stack when they're empty.
Yeah, I think I've come up with a plan to get hopefully ahead of my mess this week, so I can actually focus on doing my city again and get some building done. That's why I've been really focused on sorting as well. So,
yes, it does help eventually.
It does,
There's one or two things that I took apart, and I thought, actually, I don't really want to keep this as a potential to rebuild it. I'll just put the parts into my parts bins, and therefore I've got quite a few bits to put away now.
So we've got Brett. Oh, wait, Brett, have you been to bed yet? Or Phil, we have to ask that question of him sometimes. Kaz, I loved your little mock you built for Micropolis this week.
Oh yeah, that was
really
that was another one where I frequently do this. I get a load of parts, whether it's pick a brick or something, and I think I've not got room to put these in my parts drawers. I'll just build something with the most of it so that I don't have to store it.
Makes sense.
And those big chunky parts came from a friend of at my lug, who gave them to me at the picnic that we had a couple of weeks ago. And you know, for some odds and ends that I'm quite happy to put away, that's what I did. But other stuff like this, when I've got one really big chunky thing, and I'm thinking, I don't want to dedicate a whole little space in my parts drawers to this one chunky thing.
Yeah.
And I gathered so many of them together. I thought, actually, no, I can build a really ugly power plant. So that's what I did.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but those wheels
The orange
were from
ones.
the Ice Planet theme, weren't they?
The orange ones, you mean?
Yeah.
Quite possibly. I don't honestly know.
I'm trying to
I think that.
I
I mean, I
remember
don't
seeing
think.
that colour wheel in anything else.
I don't think they were sets that she dismantled. I think it was just random bolt that she'd had and didn't really want anything to do with. So, I mean, most of her favourite stuff is like Paradisa and Friends and City stuff. So you can understand why she was getting rid of all these ugly pieces.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, no piece is useless. Is in my book. You just have to think hard about how you use it. So,
Oh, absolutely.
think hard. I did.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. I found some gems in my sorting I forgot I had.
Well, this is the other advantage of sorting. You do find stuff and you think, oh, I either know I got it and couldn't find it, or you've completely forgotten I got it, whatever it is.
So, what's been happening in Legoland this last couple of weeks? The Marvel collectible figures have been seen on the shelves in America now, apparently.
Yeah, a few of my lug mates are trying to organise getting a box swap so that they end up with a full set.
That's it. Hey, Taz, do we get a box? Is he there?
Taz has gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Sorry, do we get a box?
I say, should we get a box of puppy?
I'm going to get the advent calendar, the Marvel advent calendar, definitely. But for the CMFs, I don't know. Mrs. Taz might. She likes she's in a Marvel sort of, what would you say, a Marvel kick at the moment or something like that. She's even got me starting to watch Marvel a bit, which, well, you know.
Oh, you won't regret it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying. All right. Admittedly, I did enjoy Captain America. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but I sort of did. I'm now watching Iron Man and the first one, and yeah, it's okay. You know, I think I will enjoy Marvel as I watch more. But look, I think the box is. I've had a look at the images. I think the figures themselves are pretty cool. I'm even tempted to get the Marvel advent calendar myself. That's saying something. Unless they do a DC one, and Mrs. Taz will get the Marvel one, I'll get the DC one.
Fair enough. I have picked up the new Lego Marvel comic book.
Okay.
It has a rather awesome War Machine figure on the front cover.
Cool. Okay.
Which I can't remember where I saw it. I saw a picture of it somewhere, and I'm like, oh, I think it was on one of my Facebook user groups. I'm like, yep, got to get that. So
yeah.
Completely not my thing, so I won't be indulging. But if they're good for you, then that's great.
Well, there you go, Greg and Kaz and everybody else. You've witnessed now the completion, even though it's not sitting on its plate in the layout yet, but the build itself is complete for now.
Oh, let's have a look on the big screen.
Well, hang on.
Camera angle won't. There we go.
Taz is going solo.
I'll move it. I'll move it forward. Sorry, so I can be in.
Don't lift it up.
So, no. So there's the front.
Lift it up.
It is in 3 sections. So I've got the main.
Go through the roof.
I've got the main garage, of course. The garage even has an interior. It has tiles and everything, so I committed to that. So there's not much really else in the garage. The truck takes up 90% of the space. The main building has an interior. I've taken photos and put some stuff on Instagram as I've been working through it. It comes in 3 sections. This is the back section. But it will have it's got toilet facilities and a very small kitchenette. And the main part is this. Oh no! I've got to get a dark red 1x4 tile. I can get that, and then it'll be completely done. So, but I have made it so that the roof sections do come off. So on saying that, I'll probably end up destroying half of the roof getting it off, but that's okay. There we go. It wasn't too bad. Only one roof panel
it's like a modular. It's like a 3-in-1 modular.
Yeah, it's falling apart as I speak, but no, it's fine. It's all good. No, it is. Yeah, I've tried to make it as modular as I could, just for ease of having to work on it when I need to. So when it's in the actual layout, it will be sitting on it'll be sitting on jumper plates, like maybe 2 jumper plates, and then others will be just tile pieces. That way, then when I need to lift out the building, I can just lift it straight out and not worry about having to take the whole base plate out with it. I can just physically lift it up and then work on it, change what I need to, and place it back in with minimal fuss. So
definitely the way to go. That's what I did with all of my buildings on my Mars layout.
Yep, it makes sense.
And it also for transportation, because I always built that with the idea that I would take it to a show one day.
Yeah,
all the base plates are modular and attached together, but then I didn't want a massive, great, chunky something sticking up on top of that. So, or not necessarily taking up the whole base plate, if you know what I mean. So and
I've made that's awesome.
Yeah, all the buildings there are on jumpers, which means it's just easy to move it around.
Yeah.
Did you take it to a show, or are you going to?
I haven't yet. It's booked in for Shildon in the end of November.
Oh, cool.
Taz, I wouldn't be responsible if I didn't sort of take a leaf out of Who's Brick and say, "Can you hold it upside down?"
that could be questionable at this stage, holding it upside down.
I think he'd prefer to hold you upside down for asking the question.
Do a shake test.
Not me. It's Whozier who insists that all mocks should be able to be held upside down.
Yes, because he takes his to conventions, so he does the durability, strength and durability test. Mine's going straight to a table and staying there, so it won't be sent anywhere for exhibition, or I won't be displaying it anywhere except at home. So I would question its structural integrity if I turned it upside down. I'd be spending the rest of the stream remaking the mock. So
and putting money in the square jar.
Yes, absolutely. This would not be a monetized stream by any standards.
Legalomaniac said that those wheels are from a Mars mission set from 2007.
Cool.
There's the man who knows. I just looked at them and went, well, I'm not going to use them on a minifig scale thing, so I might as well use them as a micro scale thing.
Nice.
How to get to Sesame Street.
One of my favorite shows as a kid.
I'm fairly sure that it was on after I was a kid and watching telly as a kid, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm I don't know what its dates were, but I think I was just too old to be watching it, and it was clearly uncool to be watching it. You know, when I was 10 years later than the demographic, I guess.
I mean, the beauty with Sesame Street is that it sort of doesn't age. You know, it's relatable. You know, even now. But yeah, it's been a favourite.
The other thing was, if it was on ITV in the UK, and I have a feeling it might have been, I don't know why I think that. For many years, we only had one TV in the house, and my parents were staunch BBC viewers. So if there was something on that I wanted to see that was on the other side, then, you know, you'd have to put a petition in triplicate and this sort of thing. So it may just have been that it was on when I was around, but I just didn't happen to see it because other stuff was on that was being watched.
Yeah.
I was absolutely gutted that I never saw Not the 9 o'clock news in the original transmissions.
Okay, yeah.
Wanted to watch Not the 9 o'clock news, but guess what was on the other side at the time?
What was on?
The 9 o'clock news.
Yeah.
So that of course was far more important than those uncouth, vile comedians, or whatever they got called by my parents. So that's why I didn't see it the first time round.
Did you ever get to see a little bit of Fry and Laurie? So Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie?
I think I did, yes. I think it was a bit later, so I may have been in charge of a remote control of my own at that point.
Yeah. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate the comments, mate. Thank you.
Always enjoyed those.
I think my parents watched those from time to time because that was clever humour. It wasn't just coarse and vulgar humour, which I think at times the 9 o'clock news did stray into the vulgar for the sake of it camp.
If you ever Stephen Fry, I can't remember what the book it was. Oh, is it Mohab is my whale or something was the book?
Washpot.
Pardon?
Mohab is my washpot.
That one. And he talks about like when because they all sort of started around the same time and how they kind of, he talks about like those guys very fondly, and Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson and all of those guys, like really fondly about how they were all their different styles and how they worked together and the things they all collaborated on as well, because they all sort of went on each other's shows as well.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very funny comedians. Of course, being comedians, that would you'd expect them to be funny, but it was,
Well, you say that, comedy. But not all comedians appeal to everybody, so some people find some comedians unfunny. So, you know.
There's one over here in Australia called, who's that guy who does the sort of pretends to be kids at school and things?
You're testing me a bit there.
I had a friend who used to watch him and think he was hysterical, and I watched it and I had to walk out of the room. I found it really unfunny and quite offensive.
Yeah.
And I'm not easily offended. I found what he was doing sort of quite, inappropriate in ways. He got in trouble because he did one where one of the roles he impersonated was an Aboriginal kid, for example.
Yeah,
who was having trouble with education at school and things like that. He got in all kinds of trouble.
It doesn't sound particularly funny to me.
No, it wasn't. Like, I never found any of it any remotely funny.
But you see, even the same performer can have wildly different receptions for people. I absolutely loved all of Blackadder, and I still watch it to this day. And I love Rowan Atkinson as a performer. But I could not stand Mr. Bean.
Yeah, really? True, same.
I will not watch Mr. Bean, and it's because I think Rowan Atkinson personally, I find him at his best when he's delivering really, really scathing lines or really witty lines, and all he did for Bean was just pull stupid faces, and I didn't find that was amusing personally. So
yeah, and I agree with. Sorry, go Greg.
Go on.
I was going to say, Thomas Davey in the chat has said Chris Lilly was another one that he,
that's the one. Yeah.
Oh well, didn't find it. Thomas was saying he didn't really find him all that funny either, but I don't know if that's the same. Is that the same comedian you were talking about, Greg?
Yeah,
I
that's
can't remember.
what I mean. Yeah,
it's him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I've actually been watching Mr. Bean recently. I think he's hilarious. But
Well,
I love
fine, yeah,
Blackadder as well.
absolutely. But yeah, I just didn't. And it's the same with Chris Barry. I love him as Rimmer. He's just fabulous as Rimmer. But I really hated the dreadful British Empire, because a lot of that was about just him talking in a really stupid voice, which I didn't think was particularly funny.
Show. God, I completely forgot about that show. That was a forgettable show.
I'll never forget. I'm going into lovey mode now. Please forgive me. I don't do it very often. But when I was working at the BBC, it was around the time that British was being filmed. And myself and one of my colleagues went to the BBC canteen, the infamous BBC canteen, for lunch one day. And we were behind Chris Barry in the queue. And I knew better than to, talk to the talent, because it's a really uncool thing to do and you're not supposed to. So we didn't generally. But my mate just pipes up, he says, when are you doing more series of Red Dwarf? And at that point, I think it was when Chris Barry fell out with them a little bit. I don't know what the politics it was, but I think he'd fallen out with the Red Dwarf crew for a bit. So he was doing British and sort of going his own way. And the look of daggers that he gave my mate was just hysterical. It's like, shut up and go away. I'm
trying to think of the show that, is it a show that it's in the UK? It's hysterically funny and at times hugely inappropriate, but I think that's what makes it hysterical. It's a show that's based. It's like a time. It's a game show, but it's usually got comedians and that on it. And there's a word. There's a male host and then a female. You could nearly call her a co-host. I can't remember her name, but she would put cards up on the board thing, and then they would have to get. It's like it's like guess the catchphrase or something like that. I always used to see clips of it on YouTube, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, but it was hysterical.
Doesn't ring any bells, I have to say.
It was definitely a UK show.
I was going to say, I'm thinking of the one that Carol Vorderman was in, but I don't think that was a funny show.
No, that wasn't hysterical. I mean, it was amusing, but it wasn't hysterical by any means.
No, this one's like, when I say recent, as in it's not, it's not too old.
Wait a minute.
Letters and Numbers?
Was it 8 Letters and Numbers Cats or something like that?
Letters and Numbers, I think that's it. I think that's the name of the show, Thomas. Yeah, Letters and Numbers.
Never heard of that one.
I have to do a go. I'm gonna check it quick, but I think that's it.
It wasn't 8 out of 10 cats then.
No. Is it Letters and Numbers? I think that's
40 Towers. I started watching 40 Towers recently. That still cracks me up.
Yeah, but some of that's dated quite horribly as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
They did remove some of it as well, didn't they? Because of the racial references in it. I downloaded it before they removed that episode.
Letters and Numbers is the... Sorry, Kaz, you go.
The Germans episode was particularly cringy, I think.
Yeah.
With hindsight.
Yeah, Letters and Numbers was the Australian show because it's got... and that wasn't the show I was thinking of, but the Letters and Numbers was a very popular show over here. It's got Lily Cerner is her name. She's like a very well-known mathematician, and she's done some other stuff as well. But yeah, that I thought it was that one, but there was a UK one, but it just hugely funny. I used to love watching the clips on YouTube.
That sounds a lot like the one that Carol Vorderman did. I can't remember the name of the show though, but yeah, it sounds very similar.
Countdown, wasn't it?
Countdown, yes.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I mean, Countdown is exactly the same premise as something I'm assuming is called Letters and Numbers. Yeah, but again, I wouldn't have said Countdown was hysterically funny.
No, it's Good show though.
Oh no, is it Countdown? Maybe it was Countdown. Oh, I can't remember, but maybe it is Countdown. But I think that unless they've revived that show and put new, people on it, Countdown. Yeah,
Yep. The other one I always enjoy is Bottom, but I can fully understand that not appealing to everyone.
Bottom, no, that wasn't one that appealed to me, definitely.
No, it was definitely one that was slightly acquired taste in places.
I also found Rick Mail was, for me, a bit on the offensively not funny side of things rather than hysterical. Well, that's a bit of a generalisation, but I don't think I've really thought anything that he's done has been absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? He was okay as Lord Flashheart, but even then, that was Rick Mail playing Rick Mail. He wasn't really a character, was he?
There was that one though he did where he was the politician, which was actually a serious role. It was actually very
Thingy
good.
Bastard.
Huh?
It was somebody called Bastard.
Was it?
As in
What was
bastard.
the show? Was it like The Statesman or something?
Yeah, was it the New Statesman? No. I know the show you mean. It was Alan Bastard who was supposed to be a politician who was useless.
Yeah. No, you guys are right. It was Countdown. Sorry, it was Countdown. Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay.
But they've had some funny stuff on there as well.
It was always quite a nice, light-hearted show. Like, they always had a bit of a joke.
Yeah. And then there was, do you remember the Australian comedian? And he's gone over to the UK now as well. It's called the TV. The name of the show is called Last Leg Standing. The Last Leg. That was
the last leg. Yes. He's only got 1 foot, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, because his other ones are prosthetic.
Adam
Hill. It's Adam Hill. That one that had me like I was crying when I was watching that show.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I enjoy that.
Yeah, that every now and then they would just absolutely, one of them would just drop one line that was completely, and all of them would just lose it, stuff like that. But yeah, as Adam Hill's Last Leg, I think it's called. Yeah,
the last leg, I think. Yeah,
the last leg. Yeah. I always liked it because he used to host. What was it on ABC over here? He used to host. At one stage, he was hosting. Was it Spicks and Specks or no? Yeah, I think he was hosting Spicks and Specks for a while, which I used to enjoy watching that one as well. That one was more like an Australian one, but it was more to do with music knowledge and stuff like that. So
one show I used to absolutely love, and this is how much TV's changed. Beatles About. Do you remember Beatles About?
Beatles About.
I used to find that hysterical.
Did we get that over here, Greg?
I have no idea, mate. No idea. It was an old show, so
it's probably a UK show
in the 80s and 90s. So
okay,
it's where he they used to sort of set people up where they'd have something really important going on, and it was sort of an observational kind of humor back in the day. And what they used to do was like set it up like they'd go and dig the road up in front of someone's house when they had to go out and do something. They'd obviously arranged that the thing they were going to do wasn't going to happen. It was going to be delayed. But then eventually, like the manager would show up, who would be Jeremy Beadle dressed up, and he'd gradually sort of take off his disguise until they realised it was him.
Basically, Candid Camera, wasn't it? But under a different name.
It was like the original kind of style of Candid Camera.
Oh, gee, that show. Wow. Yeah.
Now, here's a question for you boys. What shall I do with Golden Lloyd?
Ooh.
My son would like him if you got PayPal details. No, I think we actually have one. I think he's got one somewhere. So,
Lloyd's hairdressing salon.
Oh yeah,
maybe. I might just have him wandering around the Ninjago district without his swords.
You know what you could do? Have him doing jobs around your city, driving like a maintenance vehicle or a street sweeper or something like that, and then just put a random photo up on Instagram every now and then. See if any don't reference it. I don't zoom right in on him. But it's almost like a Where's Wally, which ironically now, how easy would it actually be? There's a meme I was going to send you, Greg. Kaz, I don't know if you're aware, but the state of New South Wales is in a complete lockdown at the moment because of the pandemic. And of course, someone's, done a meme where it's just like they've got Wally standing in a street by himself. And it's just like, yeah, now how easy it is to find you, you bastard.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. So
he's got some really nice printing on in this boy. Actually, he's got it's copper, some of it, copper colour.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
What set's that one from?
I'm just trying to remember. Oh, I know. It was the set I built the other week on Ruth's stream, the Temple of the Elements or something.
Yeah, I think I know because I know my son's got it. I think that might be the set.
I'm going to put him over here waiting for a train. No, just knocked the monorail station canopy over. Oopsie.
No, not the monorail.
Yeah, you had a good stream as well, Kaz, for the 82 or the 72-hour stream. Yeah. We all had a good
I've no idea how many folks were watching, but it seemed to go well. So
yeah. No, I think we all had a good run. It was fun.
I had
someone contact me on Instagram about another 50-hour live stream for YouTube. And unfortunately, it was a time I couldn't do, so I said I couldn't do it. But I was like, that's a new one. The first weekend in September or something.
Oh, okay.
Somebody I'd never heard of, so I don't know where they were from. But
everyone's getting in on live streams.
I think it's weird, that I think his Instagram is the only place I ever get people that I've had absolutely no contact with, other than they send me a direct message.
Yeah.
And either asking me for something, or asking if I want to do something, or asking if I want something. And it's like, you can't actually say no to them politely without saying that they can now direct message you.
Yeah.
I might find that's a bit uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's clearly spam or porn or whatever, you just block them, that's fine. But if it's somebody that you're really not interested about, and you just don't really want to, you don't want to be rude, but on the other hand, you don't want to have much to do with them.
Yeah.
You have to say, accept their DM before you can reply and go, well, no thanks. But then they can still talk to you. And it's like, well, do you then block them or what? I just don't know what the etiquette is with that. And is that just me?
Sometimes Instagram puts it into like a message request section before it puts it in your main primary messages.
Oh yeah, agreed. I know that, but I mean, it's still a case of you haven't actually taken the steps to publicly get in touch with me at all, like replying to any of my pictures or doing anything like that. But all of a sudden you think you can send me a DM, and it's like, well, in Twitter you can't do that. You'll have to at least be following each other before you can send a DM.
Yeah, Pinterest does the same thing. It's really annoying. I get so much crap on Pinterest.
And again, I didn't want to be rude to people, but on the other hand, you feel like, well, I in those circumstances, I usually just ignore them and they eventually go away. But that still feels rude. I'd rather just say no thanks, but don't contact me again.
Yeah, I see. Sometimes I take the opposite approach because, especially if I'm asking someone if they would like to do a Taz Gets to Know, if I've been following them on Instagram or have seen their YouTube channel, I'll go to the YouTube channel and see if they've listed, in the About section or whatever, where you can list an email. A lot of them do list an email address, and you think, okay, well, I'll flick them an email. But there are some that I've reached out to that A, don't have YouTube at all, or B, have YouTube but haven't listed an email. And then I'll go and look for them on Instagram and go, oh, okay, they've got an Instagram account. So I'll go to it, follow it, and then I'll send them an actual, you know, because I don't like asking in the public space, like as in a, like if I like their like a picture or comment on their video saying, hey, do you want to be a part of my show? I'll reach out to them directly and say, hey, I saw you on such and such's stream or panel or whatever, and give them a private message. So far, when I've done that, I haven't had any issues with anyone. Like it was funny when I caught up with Brick Me Up Scotty, so Scotty Hoy, I sent him a DM and just said, hey, Scott, I've been following your channel for a while now. I really enjoy your videos, mate. I do this little thing. It's called Tazzman, blah, 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 blah. And he's replied back and gone, oh, hey, I've been following you for ages. I like your stuff. And I'm like, so he you know, the first time we'd actually reached out, and I'm like, so yeah, I've had a positive experience, but I do it in a, you know, a professional manner. I don't get on there and go, oh, you're a friggin' legend. And I just say, hi, I'm such and such from blah, blah, blah. And usually
the best ones were, in very broken English, I watch your YouTube channel. I really enjoy your reviews. Would you like our product to review? And I'm like, well, you clearly haven't watched my YouTube channel then, because I don't do reviews.
Unless they're going to send you Lego, then hey, free Lego, Kaz.
Well, no, none of it was actual Lego. Some of it was knockoff Lego, and some of it was lighting. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to get into the lighting game, if I'm honest. So
yeah, I think I got sent one for lighting on Instagram, and yeah, it was really strange.
I mean, you know, if other people want to do it, fine, but I'm just not really into that kind of bag, so I decided not to.
I'm surprised Greg didn't find me strange, because that's how Greg and I made contact on was through the good old socials, and we're like, who is this clown following me? Who is this clown reaching out to me?
I do find you strange. That's fine.
Yeah, but I suspect though you probably, am I right, Taz, in that you'd follow somebody for a while and maybe even comment on some of their stuff before you'd necessarily do that approach.
Yeah,
it's the completely from cold thing that I find just a bit weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like cold calling them. Yeah, I think
funny,
that's
like I still get a load of people reach out to me regarding the startup that I used to be a co-founder in, and I'm like, do you actually look at any of my profiles? Like, nothing says I work there anymore. Even my LinkedIn profile says I don't work there anymore. Like you're trying to reach out with a professional service, at least do the basics.
Well, I suspect LinkedIn's probably to blame, because they do a search and find that you once worked there, and they don't actually look properly at the rest of it. Yeah.
I don't.
G'day, Aussie Adam Bricks.
LinkedIn. I don't rate LinkedIn anymore.
I once heard an amusing thing about what the different social networks were. I can't remember any of the others, but basically LinkedIn was for people who don't actually like each other.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's funny. Trying to remember where I've seen it now, but I know the one you're talking about.
Struck a chord for some reason.
Hey, Aussie Adam Bricks. G'day.
Is there any other news?
Back onto Lego news, which was go, Kaz.
I was going to say, is there any other Lego news you wanted to talk about?
Oh no, well, there's lots of things in the world of Lego. Lego's an ever-moving beast. Interestingly, this week people have found some references to recolored sets.
They have.
So Lego's releasing one that's come up is the Lego created Dinosaur. You know, the green dinosaur, the T-Rex that you could make.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, they're releasing a brown and a blue version of it.
And isn't the Fiat coming out in a different color, pale blue or something?
Yeah, the Fiat as well. That's coming out in a different color. So I think there was another set as well someone found. So it's interesting. I've seen Lego do that before. I've seen them use like parts of a set in another set. But...
One of the folks in my log speculated, and it could be a reason, I don't know, I have no proof one way or another, that because of the pandemic, people weren't necessarily able to get together and collaborate in quite the same way they normally would. But they're obviously still wanting things for their catalogue to be, you know, the great churning out of new sets all the time. So maybe it's a consequence of that, in that revamping a set doesn't take as much face-to-face time as producing something new from scratch, which
Lego is seemingly releasing too many sets.
Yes, they are.
So you're complaining there's too much Lego, Greg?
That they're not giving enough. They're not giving us enough time to save up and to actually. Yeah.
Well, have you not got to the stage where you don't have to buy everything?
But no, that's the thing. We're not trying to buy everything. It's just getting the chance to even get to just wrap our head around some of these new sets and themes and releases. And by the time we go, do I actually want that? Or, you know, if we're getting ready to do that, it's like, oh, by the way, we're going to kill this theme. So you've got, you know, a week and then that's it. Or you've got a couple of months. But it's and that happened with video. I mean, you know, if I know there was a little bit of time between the two waves, but they did wave 1. And then it felt like 5 minutes later, they've released wave 2, while a lot of wave 1 was still sitting on the shelves waiting to be bought.
Well, they did wave 1 badly anyway, didn't they? So,
well, not just that, but it's now this. It's just that the time frame that they gave between wave 1, wave 2, then they've turned around and said, "Oh, well, yeah. By the way, now we're going to bench it, basically." And what we're being told is because of the app. Well, they did that with Hidden Side. Now, the sets with Hidden Side, the sets themselves were great. A lot of them were fantastic. The app needed a lot of TLC. It really just, I think the app needed a complete rework. But, you know, that augmented reality stuff, which I've, you know, not really sort of got around, but I've had to look at it a little bit. It was, the app needed some attention, as does the one with the video app. I've got and I'm not trying to, you know, flex and show off, but we only just recently upgraded our phones, and we at the time got the latest, you know, I got the latest Samsung S21 or whatever it is. And it works on that, but it's buggy, like it's bad. And even on one of the brand newer Apple iPhones, it's the same thing. It is so temperamental.
It's funny though. I tried it with my kids because I got them some sets and I didn't have any issues with it.
With the video app,
makes me think maybe it's a connection issue.
Maybe.
Like, and I'm not saying that's I'm not blaming like your phone or your device for that. I'm saying like maybe that is a problem with the app, that if the connection's not good, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that it affects the app. Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect it probably has to drag so much off the server every time rather than keeping much of it local.
Or more to the point, the good old Australian government getting what's supposed to be a top rating internet service, and we're still lagging behind other countries around the planet.
Well, it was top rated 10 years ago when they started talking about it.
Yeah. So it's already like been superseded.
They don't seem to learn with these AR apps though, do they? I mean,
no.
a lot of adults are saying, look, we don't want our kids to sit in front of screens any longer. We just don't want that. We want good old bricks to play with. But
that's it.
Let's build something for them that will be trendy, and it's never going to last.
I said to my description of that to Taz was I wanted the app to do something clever, like when you used the Lego set, maybe the app like brought the Lego set to life. It added sound effects and things like that while you were playing with it.
Yeah.
Rather than you scan the app in and suddenly you scan it into the app and you're doing everything on your phone. That's
I think they got it right with the boost, the app that you can use to control the boost stuff, you know, or boost it, whatever it's called. The one where you could build a robot, and then the other things you had like 5 or 6 different options you could do. I think that app wasn't bad, but you know, that's more of like an actual, almost like a simplified coding app rather than, you know, just a play app. But I think you're right, Greg. Yeah, the apps I think were lacking, and you know, it's the apps that are hurting the themes. It's not necessarily the video theme itself. I don't think it's a bad theme, nor did I think Hidden Side was a bad theme, but the app hurt it. which
the
in
other
turn
thing that
hurt the
hurt the
sets.
first, the other thing that really hurt the first wave was the ridiculous price of those Ruddy Beat boxes.
Yeah, true.
Which have, now been seen at like 80% off or something on Amazon. You think, well,
I was going to say, they were $25 here, and I've been buying them for 10.
Yeah.
So, which is great because there's some really good minifigures in there.
Oh yeah, the figures and the printing quality on those figures is phenomenal. It really is really good. I've had a very close look at all of them for reviews, and they take some beating. They really do. But of course, some of the wacky characters aren't going to be for everybody's taste either.
No.
And then
that
an
was...
old blind box scenario with the bandmates, which will drive other people nuts because they want specific figures only. Hello.
Stupid idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous idea.
I think there was just too many things that were annoying with it that added up to be a failure, really.
Yeah.
Or not a failure, but it didn't really help itself in any way for a lot of those things.
Actually, Kaz, on the subject of Lego not having time to redo sets, another one, they're re-releasing one of the fire station sets.
So I heard.
Near enough, exactly.
Yet another fire station. Well, I mean, they redo the fire stations regularly anyway, don't they? That's no surprise.
Yeah. But and again, that was something we were saying. It's like, why doesn't Lego do some other themes? Like, people don't just want even kids don't just want.
AFOLs don't want fire stations all the time, but you think every wave of kids does. That's the issue.
Yeah, but they they don't want to keep getting fire stations, do they?
No, but they do it about every 3 years normally, which is the turnover of my child wants my child's now grown out of that, and the next lot are coming along. It's not the same kids that are buying them; it's different kids all the time.
That came up on Starting the Dud when we were talking about it, and it seems to be like you're saying, Kaz, it's like a generational thing. It's like, okay, my kids, my son, for example, or my daughter, she was what? I think when the last fire station came out, she would have been maybe 4 or 5 years old. So she mightn't have been into it. And now that she's older and that she, oh, look, Dad, there's a fire station. Can I get that? Boom, there you go. So, but the other thing is, it's like, okay, you're either living in the, if you've got your own Lego city and you buy the fire station every time it comes out and buy a police station every time they do one, you're living in the most safest city on the planet because you've got a police station on every corner. But also everything must obviously spontaneously combust because you've got a fire station on every corner. So,
but it's really no different to them revamping the same old Star Wars models every few years either. They did that for the same reason, exactly the same reason.
I said the set they released this week, the one, what was it, the battle tank thing or whatever it was. I just looked at it and went, my God, Lego really has just given up putting any effort into Star Wars because they know they'll sell it.
Yeah.
It was awful. Such a crappy vehicle. Set was it? Let's see if I can find it.
Because we know we need 16 different Millennium Falcons. I love Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan, but it's like, what are they going to do next? Another Razor Crest? Because, we need another one straight away. Yeah.
Probably.
Razor Crest 2.0,
Got Brick Pasta in the comments now. G'day, mate.
Hey.
G'day, Brick Pasta. I hope you're well.
Lego Build It. Marvel's What If. Those are strange.
I think, though, there is a lot of moaning from AFOLs who insist on being completists about collecting every single thing of every single, even if it's only just one line, it's nigh on impossible these days to get everything from one particular release thing. And you just think to yourself, well, why do you have to think that you need every single one? If you just, I guess we're all like that to start with. I was like that to start with. I very soon realised, A, I couldn't afford it, B, I've got nowhere to put it. And then when I came to terms with both of those things, it was like, I'm so much happier now because I look at the new releases and go, oh, I don't actually need that or want it. So that's fine. And everybody's like, oh, how am I going to afford it? Well, the answer is maybe you don't.
Yeah, true.
You don't need it all the time. Sorry,
No,
I'm having a rant.
That's true, though. You're right.
It is. I mean, it is hard if you particularly like, you know, a certain theme, but.
Sorry,
I can't find the one I'm thinking of now. It was one from the Mandalorian where the tank that goes through the when they're going through when they've raided that base in season 2 and they're escaping in that tank thing. But this was like a grey blob. Like they put like minimal effort into actually making it look nice. Like it had 4 minifigures in it, and it cost an absolute arm and a leg. It was.
And they've turned that into a set. Yeah.
I looked at it and went, that's a $30 set, and it was being charged like for $60.
Yeah.
And you know,
oh well, that's Disney tax, isn't it? We all know that.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
There's some good sets achieving support on Lego ideas.
Yeah.
Had the house from Up, another version of that got approved or got through.
Oh, God, what a sad start to that movie.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I haven't seen it, and I don't think I should because I'll probably be blubbing for most of it.
Yeah, have a box of tissues handy for the start of the movie. It is
absolutely
heartstrings.
But yeah, it is, as Taz says, it is heartbreaking at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a great movie though. Fantastic.
They really punch you in the feels at the beginning of that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Lego Jaws achieved 10,000 as well.
Can't see them making that.
Surprising.
Really can't see them making that. But hey, what do I know?
But the boat in it's fantastic. Like the fishing boat they made is absolutely incredible looking.
Yeah, I want that boat in my layout.
Yeah, that boat's fantastic. Like it's a good size as well.
Mm.
The shark looks a bit questionable, but. Hey, Nick, I'm going to ask you guys, how do you feel about the Harry Potter's Icons Collectors Edition?
I'm completely ambivalent about it because I don't collect Harry Potter.
Yeah. I don't collect. I've got some Harry Potter because I am a big Harry Potter fan and my kids like it too. But
Mrs. Taz likes the Hedwig. Hedwig, even I like Hedwig. I'm like, now that is cool. But
I've got the mechanical one of that, and that's a great build.
I got that one as a set for doing something for somebody. I can't remember now, from the lug or whatever. And I haven't built it yet. I must admit.
It's a really good set, like very clever. There was GJBricks though did make some amendments to it to improve the mechanism, which I've made to mine, which did help.
He's good at that. He's old Jason.
Yes, he is indeed very good at that. Well, I mean, one of my personal favourites that achieved support in the last couple of weeks, the Knight Rider one. That is awesome, and I think that's got absolutely no hope of getting approved. Oh, it's fantastic! Like the detail, like the truck is superb, but yeah, never going to happen.
No, would be cool.
Well, I said, like, unless it was like a typewriter that you can put on your shelf and do nothing with once it's built.
Yeah, true.
Ain't going to happen, apparently.
I mean, I don't mind.
Those big display sets I'm finding them less and less appealing. You know, just dust. They look really good, okay, but they just sit there and gather dust. You can't do anything with them.
What's that? The Super Mario console, the Nintendo console.
Yeah,
like, I like that, but why would I want it?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, maybe I'm sure my tastes are changing, but you know, that's something I'll sit and look at and go, well, okay, but now what?
Yeah. They can push any of the keys and the same mechanism triggers for every key. Clever, yeah, all right. It's like the piano. Everyone was gushing about the piano, but it's like, well, yeah, but it's not. Right.
I mean, I realise sometimes I've been completely two-faced about it because I've got the bouquet of flowers, and that's exactly the same. You just sit there and go, now what? But
Yeah.
But that's like not a $250 set.
well, that is another good point for it. Yes.
Yeah, you're paying basically modular prices.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
I've got
piano
I've
did
got
look
the-
incredible, but at that money, no. I'm afraid I
And it
can't.
plays one tune. Like you could probably do some custom
Yeah.
programming to make it play something else, but it only plays one tune apparently. So.
And the mechanism is completely unrelated to what's playing.
Yeah, the marketing for that really got to me. It was like, this is a playable piano. No, it's not a
No.
playable piano. It's a piano that plays completely unrelated music and moves its keys. There's a difference.
Yeah.
That's just me being a pedant, but you know.
No, you're 100% right. Though. That's exactly how I felt as well. It's a show.
I don't doubt that it was a clever thing to have built and designed, but
Carl's
they'd
house
said-
on Lego Ideas is
if they'd been a
excellent.
bit more honest about exactly what they meant by playable, quote unquote, then I might not have been so annoyed by it. But
Yeah.
Well, Medieval Windmill achieved 10,000 supporters as well. Now, would we see something like that to support the blacksmith?
As much as I'd like to see one, I think would they be worried about having too much of the same theme on the market at the moment? Maybe.
Well, they release typewriters. They release like loads of inanimate objects. Like, I don't think that's not really an issue in my books.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if anything, it gives them a chance to sort of do the castle theme without actually having to do the castle theme.
Yeah.
Castle theme by the back drawbridge.
Exactly. Like, I reckon, I mean, at the very least, that will definitely make it onto the Bricklink one, which is good. But I mean, the trouble with the Bricklink one is there's such limited quantities.
Mm.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Oh, Lego Ideas Basement and Sewage. I haven't even seen that one. That got to 10,000 as well.
Basement and sewerage. What?
Okay.
What?
All right. It's got a basement and a sewage front. Yeah.
Suppose you could put your Ninja Turtles in it.
Well, as you say, it's actually a good idea, actually, because it's designed to go underneath any modular building.
Ah.
Under the table, presumably, because most people have got theirs flat on
Oh,
the
yeah,
deck.
that. Yeah. Would go well under the police station. They've got the escape route, haven't they?
I've dismantled Mr. Metalbeard's
Yes, that's cool.
carriageway.
Oh.
Actually, I've used the other I've got another Metalbeard. Do you know he was on that massive trike with the sort of look very steampunk and the pipes everywhere and stuff? I dismantled that the other day, and I've actually turned parts of that into a speeder for my speeder collection. And the Metalbeard in that set has got the gunmetal sort of slightly shiny, was it pearl dark grey beard instead of a gold one, because the gold didn't work very well. But I've no doubt I'll have to figure another way of using this particular Metalbeard somewhere.
If anyone can do it, Kaz can do it.
Well, we hope so. I've also got a gold chest that I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, I'll put the sewage plant one in the link. It's worth having a look at. It's quite an interesting idea.
So, Legalomaniac said it looks amazing, definitely getting it, and it has some new pieces I happen to need, but he hasn't actually said which set he's talking about. Which set do you mean, matey?
Hang on, you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Legalomaniac.
What was his comment?
Oh, just
It's amazing, definitely getting it, and it had some new pieces I happen to need.
G'day, Will. Hope you're well, mate.
I mean, maybe he wrote it at a time when we were talking about something specific, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
reading
the
it back
fire
now, I
station.
don't know which one he means.
The fire station, maybe. Oh,
Possibly.
oh no, unless it means Harry Potter. Yeah, Hedwig, right?
Ah, Hedwig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look incredible. Like it's a really good set, but it's $250 dust gathering set again.
Yep.
Are you looking up the Sewage Works, Taz?
Where did you send that link to, Greg?
I haven't sent it anywhere yet.
Because that's what I was.
Hang on, let me find it. Where is it gone? Ah. Hang on. Base.
The medieval fortress castle. Wow, that's a big build. Looks very cool. 8,060 votes so far. That's kind of cool. Oh wow, that's awesome.
How many polls?
Well, it's got 8,060 votes. I don't know how many. What was the piece count?
So what's the piece count? Because that sounds like it might be a piece count buster.
Big.
I was to say it gets rejected though if it doesn't have the
well, this
right
is what
number
I
of
thought.
pieces, does it?
This is what I thought. Yes. He doesn't even get put on the system, does he? If he's got too many pieces.
No.
As I understood it.
I can't actually find that set. Kaz, have you seen Bluey yet?
Hey, I didn't ask a Kaz. I didn't ask a question. Don't blame me.
That's what Kaz asks you.
I didn't ask.
Hey, there is a
because I didn't recognise the theme tune, so
there is a fantastic Johnny Fives that's appeared on Lego Ideas now.
Yes, how cool!
That looks awesome.
That was very cool. Yes,
that's already that one. There's another version someone did that look great that's already been rejected.
Yeah.
So I'm not confident on that one. See, look, there's someone's done classic vintage radio. So yeah, you can guarantee if that gets the votes, that'll get put into production.
What's Johnny Five?
Luxo, Johnny Five, Short Circuit. Remember the movie Short Circuit with the robot that gets struck by lightning and comes to life?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, we're seeing Cat. It was a really, really good movie.
Yeah, it was a very good movie. Second one was really sad, but the first one was good.
Yeah. Or the Dojo. Dojo's another cool one.
Yet another in my massive collection of movies people have expected me to see.
Well, it wasn't on BBC.
I just don't watch many movies, so you know.
It wasn't on the BBC, so you wouldn't have seen it. Is there a way to see achieved support? I can't find this sewage one.
Possibly no great loss.
It's the kind of crap I would have voted for.
Literally.
Oh, here we go.
Almost. You got it.
Oh, apparently there's no results if you select 10,000. What?
Another pile of stuff to sort.
Here we go. Found it. Interestingly, the aircraft engine workshop achieved support. That's a good set. I reckon that one actually's got a chance of becoming a gift with purchase, I reckon. Because it's not huge. It's about the same size as that sailing boat.
That was an expensive gift with purchase.
Yeah. My friend's giving me his because he doesn't want it. I'm like, okay.
Nice. Nice if you can get it. Well, apparently they're about 30 quid on eBay if you want one, but I'm not sure I want one that badly, so.
Hang on, let's see. Share screen. I want to share my whole screen. I just want to share a window.
Dun 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 dun.
There we go. This window.
I'm surprised we haven't heard about the Winter Village. What would this year's Winter Village set's going to be yet?
Oh, infinite loop.
Ooh,
Hey, that's pretty.
Oh,
lovely.
Anyway, this is what I was trying to share. Can you see that?
oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Interesting.
interesting idea.
Okay. Bit niche. Just a way to get lots more dark orange bricks.
Yeah.
I've got a whole
Light
pot.
bluish grey. I'll take it.
Yeah, I've got a whole pot of those. Oh, look, there's some hidden treasure too. Wow.
Pick a brick wall, weren't they?
That's cool.
That's a good idea. I like this.
I'm not sure how popular it'll be, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I like it though.
It
I like.
seems rather niche.
Do you follow GJBricks?
Yes.
His this thing he's
underground.
done pretty cool. Yeah, his whole underground, the League of Shadows, underground base, sewage base, all nicely done.
His underground's on ideas, actually, if you haven't voted already.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
I voted and shared it. Very. I like his paint.
Oh, someone's done the lamp and the little ball from Pixar.
Yeah.
Now that sort of Disney's got, now that Disney sort of has got Pixar, you could see that possibly being considered.
Yeah, Disney tax.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. I voted for Johnny 5.
Yeah, Johnny 5's excellent.
A few good ones on there. Traditional German cottage. That's got absolutely no hope of getting approved, but it looks really nice.
The Union Pacific Big Boy.
Women of Computing. That's got a chance of being.
Which one?
Because that fits with the space one.
Yeah, it would. And someone's done the Union Pacific Big Boy and also a Burlington Northern locomotive as well.
Medieval Tavern looks nice, but again, I don't like his chances.
See, that's what I was saying on the other stream. We're talking about like Simpsons sets, and I was like, I'd love to see a Moe's Tavern, but because it's alcohol, yeah, unlikely that they'll do it. But yeah, the medieval one would be good.
Moe's Juice Bar doesn't have quite the same ring, does it?
It does have Moe's Juice Bar. If only, Kev, if only.
Done in the style of Friends. I mean, I can see it now.
I do absolutely love the Knight Rider and the truck.
Can we see
That's
pictures?
incredible.
Because it's just you chatting about it at the minute.
Oh yeah, I can share it. Hang on. Let me put it into a different window, and then I won't get that crazy.
Feedback.
Yeah, I will be back too because I need to refill my adult beverage.
I need to do the same, actually.
Oh, am I going to have to hold the fort while you boys go and drink?
That's all right. I'll stick around, Kaz, because that's what mates do.
Shocking. I mean, Sunday lunchtime here. Well, gone Sunday lunchtime now. I could have a drink, but I'm probably going to
I'm going
save
to
it
go
for
to the
later.
loo and refill my glass. Excuse me.
Hopefully, no, never mind. But I'll drink some water. He's been drinking it for ages. There you go. Blackadder reference just for you.
Yep.
Actually, no, the quote is he's been drinking it since before the water ran out, if I remember correctly. Oh, so many Technic bits. Basically, when I'm sorting out all my system stuff, if I find anything Technic related, I chuck it in a box that says Technic, and then I have to go through that later on. So I'm currently at the point of chucking every Technic piece out of my system.
Yeah.
Random stuff. But then I'll have to go through the Technic again and pull out all the things that are relevant for filing away. Wondering why there was quite as much Technic as there is, and then I remembered I took apart a Technic helicopter. It was only a little one, but
yeah,
that's why I've got panels and all sorts of stuff that I wouldn't need.
So yeah, the state of New South Wales in lockdown at the moment. So the kids are home from school this week, but they'll be homeschooled, and I'm sure Mrs. Taz is looking forward to that like a hole in the head. But anyway,
I'm sure. We've been in and out of so many flipping lockdowns and whatnot that I've lost count now. I mean,
yeah.
And even when there wasn't an actual official lockdown, quite a lot of people weren't doing much anyway, so it felt like a lockdown.
There we go. That's the Knight Rider set.
See, that's kind of cool.
Come back. Where's he gone?
Yeah, that's cool.
Kid car.
Awesome. I mean, the fact they made the back open up like that.
Yeah.
Cool. But then he's even gone to the level of it's got the whole interior of the trailer as well.
Then we get the Hoff as a minifig.
Too much hassle. Hashtag dad joke.
Raining on Taz's parade here.
See, you didn't laugh properly. You didn't find it funny, did you? I did my best.
I thought I got it. I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So Irish. So Aussie Adam Bricks has said he'd like to see Lego revamp like studios where they did tutorials on how to make Lego animation. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And then Irish Andrew has said has asked if any of us have built the Daily Bugle. He said he finally got. Yeah, I haven't built that one.
I have not. I do not have it.
Same. I haven't got it.
No, I've got it. Really like it. Kind of want a second one, but can't justify that.
What's the best bit about it?
Other than the minifigures, I like the whole thing. Like, it all goes together very well. Like, the interiors are well done the whole way up. Apart from the fact the lift doesn't line up, but that's a different story.
I watched Robin Hood Brick's sort of modification and whatnot of it, and he said that it was actually quite fragile. Pick it up wrong, it sort of disintegrates quite easily. I don't know whether you found that, did you? Or?
Well, being someone who's good at dropping sets, I have moved it around a few times and not had that issue. I don't want to jinx myself, though.
It's just a matter of time, Gregory.
I feel like this one could be quite popular.
Yeah. Who's got there? Grace Hopper? Ada Lovelace?
Yeah, Ada Lovelace is that one, isn't it? Ada Lovelace, Grace Hopper, Betty Holberton. Jean Jennings Bartik.
Grace Hopper, not to be confused with Space Hopper.
No, I think that's got a lot of chance, especially given the Women of Space one.
Yeah.
Women of NASA.
Sorry, Women of NASA. You're correct.
Oh, I was just saying it in a dramatic voice at one time.
I started watching that movie that's about the black ladies that worked at NASA and were like instrumental in a lot of the sort of Apollo program, but never got recognized.
I know of it, but I haven't seen it because it's a movie. Hidden Figures, is it? Is that what it's called?
Maybe. That doesn't sound far off.
I believe that's what it was called.
Look, come on, working mini golf course. That has to get approved, surely. That's like the ultimate desk accessory.
So which review cycle is that in?
Well, only got approved. Only got votes recently, so I'm guessing that'll be early next year.
I suppose so. How many have we got in the next one? It's something ridiculous, like 50 something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting. I mean, some of the ideas are fantastic. Like, that's the trouble. The quality's gone up, definitely.
It is a shame when there's so many, are never going to get made, mind you.
And they're going to get put on Bricklink, but not made enough of.
Which will mean that the authors can't actually sell their instructions either. And some knockoff merchant will reverse engineer it and sell it anyway.
Yep.
And so the cycle continues.
Movie set. Good for parts.
Yeah, good for facades, isn't it? Plenty of city builders would have that as a facades pack for their backdrop.
Yeah, good idea. What else have we got? Boston Dynamics Spot. I want to see this one move.
That cursed creature.
Yeah, the thing that's going to kill us eventually.
That's the one. Once it figures out how to open a door, we're doomed. Oh, you'll be telling me in the comments that it already has figured out how to open a door next.
Yeah, it has.
Oh, damn. I shall not sleep in my bed now. Thank you, Greg.
Spaceballs. That has to get made, surely. A-frame house. That's a beautiful set.
There's a lot of brown bricks.
Yeah. Not put them on very evenly. Look at that. It's all over the place.
Aesthetics, isn't it?
Oh my
Aesthetics,
God, the tiling
mate.
on this. The tiling on it's rubbish. Look, it's all over the place. Look at the steps.
Probably why do you know what? It's probably why they wouldn't have it. Because you have to put things on wonky and they don't like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, well, they did it for the fishing shop, though.
Maybe. Forgotten about that.
There we go. Jaws doing it.
Yeah, there we go. Spot can already open a door, and unlike the Daleks, it can climb stairs. Now I'm really not going to go to sleep. What?
Look at how good that boat is. The Jaws boat.
It seems like a boat, yes.
Yeah, so I want to see the video of this one. Hope this plays okay.
Oh, it stopped just as it was about to walk off the table.
I was really hoping it's like, yeah. Okay.
I was really hoping he was going to walk off the table. No.
Yeah.
Bad Greg.
That wasn't me. That's the end of the video.
Oh, damn.
Someone wussed out on that one. And there's another video. Let's see if this one's any better. It's 17 minutes long. Surely something's got to go wrong in this one.
Ever the optimist.
Hey, I got to get the ratings up.
Yes.
Nah, can't be bothered to wait for it. Come on, Spaceballs. Look at that. How good is that?
Never seen
That's
it.
an RV.
Never seen it. Never
Only
seen
possibly
it.
beaten by the one from Breaking Bad.
Never seen it either.
This is the Carl's house one, which you've never seen either. But this is the house that.
Well, I recognised it because I've seen lots of pictures of it. But yes,
the house they fly away in.
yes.
Lovely colours.
That
I'd love
looked
to see
nice
something like that.
That looked
Did
nice
the,
on the corner of the street, wouldn't it?
Did the good interior? Look at all that. Did the what was the one? The button eye one. Caroline.
Coraline.
Coraline. That was it. Did that get approved?
I don't believe it did.
That one's pretty nice. Like again, like it's in that the pirates and medieval kind of thing.
But like you say, are they not going to do that because it's pirates and they're not bringing back pirates, or are they going to do it because it's pirates by the back door?
Yeah, and it goes well with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. I'm in a dilemma on that one. I love the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and I've got the ship made, and I've used half the parts from it to build my roller coaster. But I kind of want another one because I like the shipwreck version so much. It was such a good set in both forms.
It was, and sadly I wasn't able to get either of them, so I know what you mean. It is a nice thing.
It's still around.
Yeah, but the money's not, that's the thing.
Oh, fair enough. What else has made it to support recently? Airport fire truck. Brick walk. Yeah, again, that's another one. The Outer Solar System Explorers, the all of the satellites. But again, it might be slightly niche.
I like the New Haven one.
This one, yeah, micro scale.
Yum.
Micro scale.
Yum, yum, yum.
There's
There was a
Lifeguard
random poll.
Shack, otherwise known as Baywatch.
There was a random poll on somebody's YouTube channel. I think it was Brick Vault or something the other day. What's your favourite scale? So of course I clicked microscale. I think it was about 3% of the chosen microscale. I'm like, oh, right, fair enough. I'm the minority. I know it.
I saw someone had done the what was the new Star Wars UCS, the drop ship. Someone had done a correctly scaled version of the figure for that. Looked really strange. That one's pretty. Yeah, and Lego Ideas Outer Space. I like the idea of that one.
I think the other thing about Barracuda Bay was it's quite a large thing, and I was sitting here going, well, nowhere to put it. I'd build it and I'd dismantle it again. What's the point?
Yeah, that's fair. I got round that by incorporating it into my city, kind of. I need to finish that at some point.
Yeah, well, now I might be able to because, well, not right now, but soon. Having taken the Mars base down and boxed it up for travel, I can now move half of this Ninjago downstairs again, which frees up another load of tables. But there's no going back from that if that's what I do, because I can't shuffle the Ninjago stuff into boxes at all because it's too tragically fragile. Whereas at least with the Mars base, I'd always built it for travel and moving it around, so I knew, you know, it was done considerably differently to how most of the Ninjago stuff's been built. The custom stuff, I mean, not the. Well, even the existing thing. If you had to move Ninjago City or the gardens, it's not the most straightforward thing to box up and shift because they're just so flipping tall.
I've got the gardens to build.
I loved the gardens. Really loved it.
Oh no, Taz is actually moving.
Woof.
Just going to go and check on my puppy.
Oh no, I really have been left in charge. Hello, Doc. You do see me.
Doc, g'day. Right.
I do hang out in these parts sometimes.
And we love having you here, Kaz.
I don't know why I went bizarrely West Country then, but never mind.
Yeah. As far away from you in the UK as well.
Not quite as far as Scotland, but yes, near enough.
As far away in one direction.
Far enough, yes. If you go any further, you fall into the sea, which is not recommended.
I'll have to wrap up in a minute because Taz and me do have to work in the morning.
Fair enough.
We do have to prepare for a harsh day of lockdown.
You locked down as well? Or?
Yeah, it's all of New South Wales, so the state we're in is.
Oh, I hadn't realised you were in the. I mean, yeah, I know you're in Sydney, but my brain hadn't gone New South Wales to that as well.
No, Taz is south of me, and about what hour and a bit south of me, Taz, and I think he's got his microphone turned off.
Or he's ignoring it.
So about an hour or so, thereabouts. So, but the whole of the state's affected by it. So for the lockdown, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. We just once I can get the numbers back down, things will be right again. But yeah.
I want to know how many of the people that are sick and in hospital and things like that are the no-vaxxers who went to the rally and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Not that any of them would admit to it because it would make them look really. It would make them look. It would confirm that they're stupid.
I just get the feeling our government's given up on getting the numbers down. Frankly,
Yes.
they don't seem to be doing anything in that regard. So
no,
I don't think it's possible anymore. The thing's just you can't vaccinate against stupid, can you?
certainly not.
So many clowns here going, "Oh, you can't use the vaccine because it's not been tested." It's like it's been used on millions and millions and millions of people now.
yeah.
How can you still say it's not tested?
Because they're idiots.
What you need to do is wave some crystals next to your ear, and that'll definitely cure it.
It won't cure stupid, though, will it?
No.
Well, maybe it is like natural selection. Unfortunately,
Well,
the smart
unfortunately,
people, stupid people alive.
I was going to say, if it only killed the stupid, then fair enough. But sadly, it doesn't.
No. Sorry, I've gone all political here. Didn't mean to do that.
All right.
So what's everyone's weeks like this week, other than stuck at home, Taz?
Well, working still, but hopefully get a bit more Lego in this week would be good. Actually, nice way to once the kids have gone to bed, it's a nice relaxing way to wind down for the evening. What about yourself, Greg? What are you up to?
Yeah, working and well, I'm planning to get back into my Lego groove this week.
You're going to rebuild your lighthouse?
Get some videos done. Might rebuild my lighthouse.
Oh, talking of getting back into the Lego groove, have you seen Mike's posted a video today? He's starting Fishtail.
Yeah.
It's good news.
Yep. I know Mike hates me at the moment.
Why is that?
Well, let's say he got a set and then he was talking to me.
And you got it stupidly cheap.
Your idea there. And I said, and if you combine it with this set, and he went, you're right. I've ordered it. I'm like, cool. And look, what also, like, you'd probably need to make it a bit bigger. He's like, Greg, shut up. I just bought another one of that set.
Right.
That's
he hates you because you're making him spend more money.
Oh, that's funny.
The man has no willpower, clearly.
Yeah.
He finds too many deals.
Well, I've got my other half coming to visit next week for a week. Woo!
There you go.
So that'll be good.
That'll be good.
Probably not much Legoing going on, but that's fine. He can see his sign in situ and go, oh yes, didn't I do a nice job? I don't know, if I'm on your stream next week, maybe we've had a fallout.
Well, let's not wish for that to happen.
No, let's not do that.
Actually, Bricksloth. Have you seen the movie Idiocracy?
No.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
You haven't seen it?
I don't need to see the movie Idiocracy. I think I'm living in it.
Well, yeah, but basically it was a movie that was made years ago and it went straight to DVD because they tested it on American audiences and American audiences didn't get it. And now it's actually starting to look a bit like a documentary of America. Terrible. It's like all the smart people basically breed themselves out of existence while assisting the, because they were always like waiting for the right time to have kids and stuff like that. And then things happen and never actually get to the point of having kids. And then in the meantime, Jock, the quarterback, has had his testicles ripped off in a football accident and they've managed to surgically reattach them. And now he's got like 12 kids and things like that. and these two people get put into stasis and as an experiment, and due to an accident they sort of get left in stasis for a very, very long time, and they wake up and suddenly these are the two smartest people on the planet because all the smart people have basically been bred out of existence.
Oh God, wouldn't that be depressing?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That would be just so depressing.
It's a good movie.
Good movie if you find yourself not actually living in it.
Yeah. If it wasn't quite so close to home.
Yes.
I'm going to finish bag number 2 and then call it a night, I think.
Yep.
Bricksloth. Remember, intelligent folks are like orchids. And doorknob people are like weeds. I don't know what a doorknob person is, but I like the sound of it.
Butt Chop. Oh, good day, Butt Chop. Yeah, that movie is a little bit close to reality, unfortunately.
Eat me Butters. Hello, Butters. How are you? I can't wait to come again. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You all right?
No.
Drinking too much tea?
I think I need that beer.
Beer.
But thinking about it, I probably need the lunch first.
Why don't you have a liquid lunch?
Yeah. Kills
Well,
two birds with one stone.
Okay, if we're going for confessions, I had cake for lunch.
Nothing wrong with having cake for lunch.
No, I'm an adult. I can do what I like. Yes, my mother would be horrified. Even better reason to do it.
Well, in my house, if I didn't eat the cake, my wife and kids would. So.
Yep. So therefore, Greg, you can have your cake and eat it. There we go.
Dad jokes ahoy.
Yep. I was waiting for that one too.
I'm sure it was worth the wait, but never mind.
It was worth the wait. Well, that's another mock I can scratch off the list now. I still have heaps to go. The list hasn't gotten any shorter.
Oh, well, I've just reached the end of bag 2 of Sesame Street.
Nice. I would love to see like some more sets come out from the Sesame Street line, like, you know, maybe a couple of like few more shops or something, but yeah.
The camera's frozen. There we go. Something
Sounds
that's
like
not
your
built
Mac
on a
needs a
paper
reason.
plate either.
Yeah.
I do like the way the frontage has been done on these windows. It's very good.
Frontage?
This across here is very well done. Gonna have to finish off that back though.
Did we get the what in the mail?
Breadsters. I've no idea what you're on about, Chop. What the hell is a breadster? I have not received anything in the mail, and if I had, I'd be worried because I haven't given anybody my address.
G'day, Kittenville.
Anybody know what a breadster is?
No.
Breadster. I don't know what a breadster is, no. Breadster.
Just checking my
Glad it's
mail.
not just me having trouble.
Yeah, I'll check my email as well if that's what it is. Breadster.
No.
No.
Check my spam.
Oh, I've only got a few things to put away, but I'm running out of steam now.
Oh, it's 10 to 12 here. I think that's a good time to wrap up. Just as lots of people coming on the stream. Always good timing. Dope.
It is on old 72-hour joke item. Okay. It's an old 72-hour joke. Okay. Breadster.
That one went over my head, I'm afraid.
I think that just went whoosh over everybody's head. Butt Chop, sorry.
Sorry, mate. I do a fake. Okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up there.
Oh, a fake telethon. Cool. That'd be fun. All right. Well, thanks, Craig. This has been fun. Good to see you again, Kaz, as well.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry, those who've just joined the stream. It is late here in Sydney. It's 10 to 12, so
So probably not around next week, but I might catch you the week after.
No worries.
Unless your partner wants to come on as well.
We could build a set together. We could have some fun.
Can't see that somehow. We wouldn't get two of us in this room anyway. Barely enough room for me in here.
No, I had my kids in here earlier on actually, and they ended up. I let them take my Monkey Kid HQ out and play with it. So
Yeah.
Mostly stayed intact as well, amazingly.
It is a bit bomb-proof, that one. It was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Well, the only weak bit of it is the bit at the back where the hinges are.
Mm,
Because they're not hinges, are they? They're those clips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of designed to come apart. So, but it did pretty well other than that. It survived a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old playing with it. So,
Well, I'm a newbie to the 72-hour butt shop, but if the others have been in it before, then yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, the inside joke failed on us. Sorry, Chop.
Sorry.
See you, Thomas. Good to see you again, buddy. Take care, mate.
We won't be invited back next year.
And
right, guys.
bye-bye.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me,
See you,
Kaz and Taz. Kaz and Taz.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Greg.
Bye.
Thanks for the invite.